Your landlord might not be raising your rent anymore. An algorithm might be. And most renters have no idea it even exists. Across the United States, pricing software is quietly changing how rent is calculated. Not guessed, not negotiated, calculated. For decades, rent worked the old way. A landlord looked at nearby buildings, checked demand, maybe talked to a few other property managers, and picked a number. It wasn't perfect, but it was human. Now, many buildings rely on software that analyzes huge housing data sets across entire cities. Vacancy rates, local income levels, demand patterns, competing apartment prices, thousands of data points. The goal of the software is simple. Find the highest rent the market will tolerate. Property managers feed their building data into the system. The algorithm studies how fast units are filling, how demand is changing week to week, and how nearby buildings are pricing their apartments. Then it recommends the price landlords should charge. Many landlords follow the number, because the software promises something every landlord wants: maximum revenue. Supporters say this is simply modern data analysis. Airlines use algorithms to set ticket prices. Hotels use them to price rooms. Rideshare companies use them to adjust fares. Housing, they argue, is just catching up with the rest of the economy. But housing is different from flights or hotel rooms. It's where people live. And critics say when many landlords rely on the same pricing software, something unusual can happen. Prices across entire neighborhoods can start moving together. Not because landlords met in a room and agreed to raise rent, but because the same algorithm suggested the same numbers. Several lawsuits now claim that these systems could influence rent prices across large housing markets. Supporters say the software simply analyzes market data and helps landlords understand supply and demand. But critics argue it can quietly reshape pricing across entire cities, and tenants never see the system behind it. They just see the number on their lease. This is part of a much bigger shift happening across the economy. Algorithms now influence loan approvals, job screening, insurance pricing, advertising, and more. Invisible systems making decisions that affect millions of people. Most of the time, those systems operate quietly in the background. No interface, no explanation, just the outcome. So the next time your rent increases, it might still be a landlord making that decision. But it might also be something else. A line of code studying the entire housing market and calculating the number it thinks you're willing to pay. The real question isn't whether algorithms exist in housing. It's how much control they will